Okay, so because of the remainder theorem, and for other reasons that we'll see a little bit later today, we often want to divide by a binomial in the form x minus a number. Let's see what that long division looks like. When we're dividing by x minus a number, the divide step is pretty easy. 2x to the fourth divided by x is going to give us 2x to the third. So then we multiply. We'll have 2x to the third times x is 2x to the fourth. 2x to the third times negative 4 is going to be negative 8x to the third. And then we subtract. And this is kind of the worst bit, because we have to keep careful track of our signs. So we have 2x to the fourth minus 2x to the fourth is 0. Negative 13 minus negative 8 is negative 5x to the third. And then we bring down the next term. Again, the divide step is pretty easy because negative 5x to the third divided by x, well, that's going to be negative 5x squared. Multiply step, also pretty straightforward. Negative 5x squared times x is going to be negative 5x to the third. Negative 5x squared times negative 4 is going to be positive 20x squared. And now again we subtract. Negative 5x to the third minus negative 5x to the third is just 0. Positive 26 minus positive 20 is going to be positive 6x squared. And then we bring down the next term. Divide step is easy. 6x squared divided by x is 6x. Multiply step is easy. 6x times x is 6x squared. 6x times negative 4 is negative 24x. And now we subtract one more time. 6x squared minus 6x squared is 0. Negative 27 minus negative 24 is negative 3. So we have negative 3x. Bring down our last term. Negative 3x divided by x is going to be negative 3. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. One last subtraction. Our remainder is negative 5. Okay, so we can do this. We can do this all day long. It wouldn't take us very many problems for us to do this all day long, in fact. There are several problems with this process. The first one is, it's long. It also takes up a whole lot of space. And it takes up increasingly a whole lot of space too, right? If we have a long dividend, it gets wider and it also gets taller. And finally, we're writing the same number over and over again. In each round, we're writing the same number 2 or usually 3 times. In fact, the only time we get a new number is in the multiply step and then in the subtract step. And speaking of subtraction, the signs in the subtraction really make our life difficult. A lot of the time, we have to be subtracting a negative number. What we'd really like, in order to make this whole process easier, is a shortcut. And in fact, we have a shortcut called synthetic division. In synthetic division, we don't write all of the x's. We let just the position keep track of them for us. So I'm going to show you what we would write to do this synthetic division. So first of all, instead of writing all of the x's, I'm just going to write the coefficients. So in this polynomial, the coefficients are 2, -13, 26, -27, and 7. So I'm going to write the coefficients 2, -13, 26, -27, and 7. I'm leaving a space, and then our divisor. The x part really doesn't do anything. The only part that does anything is the -4. But we're going to be multiplying by that -4 and then subtracting. Instead of having a -4 and then subtracting, we're going to use a +4 and then add. Our result is going to end up underneath this line. So the first coefficient in our result is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. The second coefficient in our result is -13 plus 8 is -5. 4 times -5 is -20. The third coefficient in our result is 26 plus -20 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. The fourth coefficient in our result is -27 plus 24 is -3. -3 times 4 is -12. And then our remainder is 7 plus -12 is -5. And we put a vertical line here to wall off the remainder. So we get 2x to the third minus 5x squared plus 6x minus 3, and then the remainder is -5. So we'll have -5 over our divisor was x minus 4. You can see that that's the same quotient that we got the first time. Now, that might seem like a magic trick, but notice that the numbers that we wrote down here, so 2, 8 in red, 2, -8, and then subtract it, so it's like a +8 in red. -5, +20, and then subtract it in green. 6, 24 in blue, 6, -24, and then subtract it in blue. -3, -12 in orange, -3, +12, and then subtract it in orange. And then -5, our remainder, in light blue. So what we're doing here really is just a shortcut way of writing what we do in the full long division. It's just a tidier, more efficient way of writing it.